Chapter 1. Sofia Awakens. The first stirring. Morning crept into the room like a shy visitor, pale and hesitant, slipping across Sofia's floorboards in a thin silver ribbons. The world felt muted, softer somehow, as if wrapped in a thin veil of silence. Sofia lay still, suspended between sleep and waking, her mind floating at the edge of a dream she could no longer reach. Something pulsed in her chest, an unfamiliar awareness, a quiet remembering. She sat up slowly. The air felt different. Not colder, not warmer, aware, as if the room itself was watching her. Her gaze drifted to the window where the crows had gathered the night before. The rooftop opposite was empty now, but the memory of them lingered like a presence just outside her vision. Her fingertips tingled. She pressed them to her sternum. A whisper of warmth answered. She stepped into the hallway, and the old wooden boards creaked in a slow, rhythmic pattern, almost musical, as though the house was exhaling with her. In the kitchen, the morning light carved ancient-looking shapes into the ceramic tiles. They glowed like forgotten symbols, whispering meaning she couldn't yet grasp. Then, a soft breeze brushed her skin. Through no window was open. Sofia, the voice rose from within her. Warm, familiar. The lights flickered gently. You hear me more clearly now. The veil is thinning. A single crow tapped the window. Sofia whispered, "I'm listening," and the world shifted. Part 2. The Roots Remember. The moment Sofia stepped away from the window, the floor shifted beneath her feet. Not violently, not like an earthquake, but like a note struck across still water. Soft waves rippling outward from the point where her foot touched the ground. She froze. Another step, another pulse. A quiet ripple shimmered across the floorboards before fading into the grain. She felt it in her bones. Beautiful, impossible, familiar. Then came the pull, a warmth waking deep in her core. Her breath caught as a sensation bloomed beneath her feet, a heaviness, a strength, a downward force that felt ancient. Roots, thick protective roots, unfurled from the soles of her feet and plunged downward into the unseen layers of the earth. They burrowed deep, connecting, remembering. With each inch they descended, Sofia felt the world steady beneath her. She felt unshakable. The roots spread outward, forming a protective web threaded with intention. "You are not falling," a voice whispered. "You are remembering." A warm force wrapped her spine, the moon matron, present, watching, claiming. Your foundation knows you. It always has. A crow tapped once at the window. Confirmation. The floor rippled again, gentle, rhythmic. A forgotten heartbeat racing through her. Hers, her lineages, her destinies. The world was waking because she was awakening. Part 3. A presence in the quiet. The morning settled around Sofia, but the air refused to feel ordinary. Something unseen lingered inside the quiet. Not heavy, not dark, just aware. The way a forest goes silent before revealing a hidden animal. She walked slowly through the hallway, the ripples beneath her feet softening into a quiet hum, as if the house had accepted her awakening and returned to its breath. But the silence, it wasn't empty. It watched her. Every shadow stretched a little too far. Every sound felt slightly too intentional. The light pouring through the windows bent in strange ways, weaving around something she couldn't quite see. Sofia paused in the living room doorway, her breath caught. For a moment, a single heartbeat. She saw a figure standing in the far corner, tall, motionless, wrapped in shadow. She blinked and the figure dissolved. But the feeling remained. Not fear, not threat, recognition. A soft rustle echoed behind her. She turned, nothing, only the curtains swaying gently, though no breeze touched them. She reached out, cold, colder than the room. A chill slid down her spine, not unpleasant, just foreign. A presence followed her movement, as though the shadows themselves inhaled. Are you here?" she whispered. Silence answered, silent but charged. Then, tick, a small white feather rolled across the table, nudged by an unseen hand. It spun once, twice, and came to rest, pointing directly at her. A message, a direction, a call. The feather rested perfectly still on the table, its tip pointing toward her like an invitation. Sofia stepped towards it. The shadows at the end of the room pulsed, not growing, not creeping, just shifting, as if something within them inhaled. She felt a presence behind her, warm, ancient, patient. She didn't turn. Something inside her warned her not to. Instead, she closed her eyes. A coolness brushed her back. A warmth filled her chest. Two energies formed a doorway around her. A whisper grazed her ear. "Do not fear what wakes beneath you." Sofia's breath trembled. Are you the one who's been speaking to me?" The air thickened. Shadows stirred. The temperature dipped, sharp enough to raise goosebumps. The feather lifted an inch, suspended, glowing faintly. "You are remembering faster than expected," the voice said. Sofia swallowed. "You're real." "Real is a perception," the voice replied. "You see me because you are waking." A silhouette gathered in the corner, woven from moonlight and darkness. Are you my guide?" Sofia whispered. Warmth pressed against the back of her heart. "I am the keeper of your blood's memory," the silhouette murmured. "The witness of your awakening." Sofia's breath caught. "Moon matron," she said without knowing why. The silhouette bowed. "You remember my name." The feather dropped gently into Sofia's hand, warm, alive. The matron's final whisper. "The world beneath your feet responds to your blood. The world behind the veil responds to your truth. When the two align, your power begins." And then she was gone. The feather in Sofia's palm warmed, her vision blurred, and a pull rose deep in her womb. Then she stood barefoot in a field she'd never seen before. Golden grass brushed her ankles. The sky above was pale and muted, drained of colour except memory. A child's laughter drifted through the air. A little girl, 4, maybe 5, ran through the grass, braids bouncing, chasing a black feather. Sofia's breath hitched. She knew that laugh. The girl stopped. Her hand hovered above the feather. She turned and looked straight at Sofia. Eyes filled with old sadness, Sofia's whispered, That's me. A woman's harsh voice cut across the field. Sofia, now. The child flinched, not in fear of pain, but in fear of not being enough. The feather lifted, flew towards Sofia, and struck her in the chest. Heat, light, collapse. She gasped back into her living room. Sofia's pulse raced. That little girl, that was me. Warmth brushed her cheek like a hand wiping tears she hadn't shed. You did not abandon her, the moon matron whispered from the veil. You survived. But she was so alone, Sofia choked. She is still waiting for you, the moon matron answered. A pulse surged through Sofia's roots. The truth rose in her throat. It wasn't mine, she whispered. It was his, my father's wound. It was never yours, the matron said gently, but it ends with you. The world dissolved again. Sofia stood in a silver meadow, moonlit grass shimmering the threads of light. A small sniffle broke the silence. The little girl sat curled in the grass, trying not to cry. Sofia approached slowly, heart open. You came, the girl whispered. I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. You forgot me, Sofia swallowed. I survived by forgetting, but I'm here now, and I'm not leaving again. The girl hesitated, then placed her tiny hand in Sofia's. Light rippled outward, a shock wave of healing. I'm scared, the child whispered. Sofia pulled her into her arms. You don't have to be scared anymore. I am grown now. I am strong, and I am here to protect you. The child dissolved gently into her chest, returning home. The moon matron's voice drifted like a blessing. A healed child becomes a powerful woman.